Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Keep playing hard. Let's go. 90 Wolf. Switch up, switch up. Snap.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Stop your whining.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Take me up. Here we go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That's it, baby.
Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
Down. 8, read. 61. Matchbox lights. Big grip. Big grip.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. 13 yards there, offset some of the penalty yardage as it's 2nd down.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
On 2nd down, it's Cook. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Man, I got you.
Yo, go, go.
You got motion man right there. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Look at me. Zipper.
Mike, 56. Mike.
Get it.
Looking to throw. The open man is Smith. Touchdown, Vikings. Herb Smith Jr., his 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Mike.
Yellow. Let's go, Artie.
All right, D, let's go. All right, D.
They start the drive with Peterson. Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 23-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's a give to Peterson. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Like 22 is coming, 22 is coming. Mike. Here we go.
Mahomes now on first down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. This is going to be a good one-on-one battle to watch. Both of these guys play the game at the highest level.
Both of them are terrific competitors. They play the game with great athleticism and smarts as well.
And in this early round, the defense wins.
Check. Hey, alert 3. Switch.
On second down, Peterson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Break.
56. Check 56. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
He'll look to throw. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a game.
On second down now. It's Peterson, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And this one complete to Smith.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 2nd down, Cook. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, it just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
They run again on 1st down, Cook. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Check hot route. Hot. Check 3.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? And turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into 1st downs and hopefully points.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net them 23 and a first. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Steps away to his left. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Yellow. All right,
Mike 5-4. I got you.
Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes our score 17-0.
Makes the score Vikings 17, Bears nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Right there.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it. I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
14 yards in a Chicago first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Watch 54. On game, punt.
Hey, color. Check 24.
Check 3.
General, West. 15.
Mike 54.
They go play action here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Hey, 57 color. Yellow.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Don't throw this way.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Guilt trip is good, baby. Guilt trip is. Ready? 90, Wolf.
56, Mike, 56. Check pass, check pass.
They'll drop the throw. That'll be complete to Cook. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, 76 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, a full half to be played. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Open here, Adam Thielen. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Ready? Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Here we go. Here we go.
He can run for it, and he will. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Hey, 57, 57.
Check three. Check safety. Show it.
Hey, 57.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Watch twist.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 30, 10, and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Topper!
Slam, slam, slam. Hey, watch it.
Check, cross, go.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Again, Peterson. Now he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
And the Bears.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Peterson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll give to Peterson out of the gun. And Peterson, what happened? He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his crew will take over at their 45-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
18 Gators.
Back to throw here. Going to throw right side here, complete. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
60 Pittsburgh. Hard.
Tighten up.
Get it.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Come on, set. 10 Lobo.
56. Check 56. I got it.
2nd and 13. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in the second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. Running for it, here's Cook. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Back to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Ready.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he does not get to the 1st down marker as they stop him at the 19.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping them from the first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Yeah, they'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Another tote for the workhorse here this afternoon, Peterson. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the pistol, they run with Peterson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. The Bears on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, Rimlin. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
At their own 21-yard line.
Ready, set.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and 8. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. The 30. Past the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Harrison Smith on the safety blitz, able to get the sack. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Mahomes now to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 34. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
On first down, Mahomes. That's going to be caught by Moss. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pick up there of 20 yards. They'll run on first down. Peterson a first down and more. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. They were able to stop him at the line on 1st down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination, and they got it done on the 2nd try.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the 1st downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
On 2nd down, it's Cook, and he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And he finds Cook. 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3. They run again with Peterson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he is going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 38. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Cook. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready? 15 line. 15 line.
All day, baby. All day.
He'll look to throw. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A give to Cook out of the gun. And an alley to run. The 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, 48 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. The extra point up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Allen Robinson, 78 yards. And the Bears cut into that lead. Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And the fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of